So in the last session we have seen about how to do a 4 variable K-map simplification. Now we will move on to the next method, which is called as a Quine-Mikulski method. It is also the way of simplifying your Boolean expression. So when you are going to go in for the K-map for your 5 variable or 6 variable, in that case, so the grouping will become cubesum, and also the reasonable output. Sometimes we might result in wrong grouping. In this case, this systematic procedure will give you a better answer. Now we will just take a problem and analyze how it is working. Okay, so first of all, a 4 variable expression is given. The first step what you have to do is just you have to group the numbers in terms of, that is, here if you could see, it is not necessary I should write the numbers in order. I have grouped into 4 columns depending upon the number of ones. Suppose 1, 4, 8, if you totally check, only 1 ones is there. Then I am just grouping in terms of 2 ones. Here also 2 1, and here also 3 ones are there and 4 ones. So depending upon number of the ones you have to group. Suppose if my expression is having 0, in that case 0 alone you group separately. Okay. Now what is the next step? What we have done in your K-map? In K-map we were just checking the row wise, column wise, the data, that is the variables or the literals which is mapping, we were checking row and column wise for writing each min term. The same process we are going to do it as the procedure described. Okay, so now you have written this. Now what I am going to do? I am going to check this one with, that is, all the variables in the first column should be checked with the second column. All the variables in the second column should be checked with the third column. All the variables in the third column should be checked with the, I am sorry, it's not column, row. The third row should be checked with the fourth row. That is the concept. Okay, now first we will check, that is, 1 I should check with 6, 9 and 10. Similarly, 4 with 6, 9, 10, 8 with 6, 9, 10. And the same procedure, 6 with 7, 6 with 11, 9 with 7, 9 with 11, 10 with 7, 10 with 11. So, and the same procedure has to be followed. Now, let us start writing. So, whenever I am going to do, I already told you in K-map what is the principle, the same principle we are following. There should be a single literal change, okay, or a single bit change, that only should be considered. Others you should leave it. First of all, I just check 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. First bit is same, second bit 1 bit change is there, third bit is same, 2 bit change is there. So 1 comma, I am sorry, I should not compare 1 comma 4, 1 with 6. So 1 is 6 is 0, 1, 1, 0. Here I have a 2 bit change because here it is 3 bit change is there. Okay. 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. So 3 bit change. Only 1 bit change expression should be taken into account. So 1 and 6 cannot be done. Then you come for 1 and 9, whether it can be done? Yes. So whatever the terms that you can do, that you are going to write it here. And immediately the main thing is, you should put a tick mark. Sorry, 1 comma 9. What I have done? 0, 0, 0, 1. You just take this value and compare with here. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, only first bit is changing. So in that place alone I will put a dash and write 0, 0, 1. So if you want, so 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. All the 3 variables are matching. This alone is differing. So I will write dash 0, 0, 1. So only there should be a single variable change. Like this we have to fill the entire table. That's all. So 1 comma 9 is over. Next 1 comma 10 we will compare. 0, 0, 0, 1. 0, 0. Here itself 1 bit change is there. 0, 0, 0. So 2 bit change is there. So 1 comma 10 will not come into picture. Next step, 4 with 6. 0, 1, 0, 0. So if you compare, 0 is there, 1 is there, 0 and 1 bit change is there, and this is same. So I can compare 4 comma 6. When I write 4 comma 6, immediately go and put a tick mark here, 4 and 6, because that is the rule followed here. If you are going to miss one tick mark also, your answer will become wrong. 4 comma 6. How I will write this? 0, 0, first variable is matching, second variable is matching. So 0, 1, 0, 1. Wherever it is changing, you put a dash. Then 0. Okay. Now 4 with 6 is done. 4 with 9. Okay. 0, 1. I am just comparing with 4. Okay. So this I am comparing 0 with 1, 1 variable change, 1 with 0, 2 variable change. So you won't take consider. Now the 4 with 10, 0 with 1, 1 variable change, 1 with 0, 2 variable change. So you will not take into account. Now you will come for 8 and 6, 1 variable change, 2 variable change. So 8 comma 6 also we will not take into account. Now 8 comma 9. Usually if you see the adjacent numbers means that will come as a prime implicant here. Okay. So it is 8 comma 9. So automatically you can check and write. Okay. 1000 it is, here 1001, only 1 bit change. So that is just a concept you should know. Okay. 8 comma 9 is done. Now 8 comma 10. 1 first bit 0, 1 bit change. Okay. I think 8 comma 10 also comes into picture. So 1, 0, here there is going to be a change and the last value is 0. Now what we have done? 1 compared with all the 3 variables, 4 compared and 8 compared with all the 3 variables. Now this finishes the first and second row checking. So put a line. Similarly, you have to do the second row with the third row with the fourth row. So for time consideration, I just write the values as it is. The same way, now 6 has to be compared with 7, 6 has to be compared with 11 and you have to proceed with. So now if you want, you can just take one variable and we can check it. 6 with 7. I told you if the next number means usually it will be 0, 1, 1, 0. 0, 1, 1. Here the variable changes dash. Immediately what you have to do, 6 and 7 you should mark. Okay. So now I have just written here. So whatever the variables I will mark. 9 comma 11 is there. 9 already marked. So mark it once again. 9 comma 11. Then 10 comma 11. 7 comma 15. 11 comma 15. Okay. Now what you could see except 8. Oh, here see I forgotten. 8 comma 9, 8 comma 10. In this case I have to finish the 8 also. 8 with 9, 8 with 10. If I am going to lose this, then my answer will not give a correct value. Now once this column is done, again you have to do the same matching here. Okay. So here I am just writing the thing which is matching alone. 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, let us take this value. 8, 9 is 8, 9, 10, 11 is 1, 0, 1 dash. That means first variable is matching, second variable is matching, the third variable is not matching, put a dash. Here dash dash is there, you have to put a dash. Even if the dash matches, you have to put the dash. Okay. So 8, 9, 10, 11. So when you are seeing this, okay, I am just writing the final answer. Same way, 1, 9 with 6, 7. Next is 1, 9 with 9, 11. No need to do because both the places 9 appears. In this case, 1, 9, 6, 7 means different variables. 1, 9, 9, 11 means no need to check. That is only for, I am telling the shortcuts only for your time consideration. Okay, and suppose if the numbers are like 6 and 7 means surely the grouping will people. Okay, so now like this when you do, you get like this. And here whenever I am getting 8, 9, 10, 11 means 8, 10, 9, 11 also will give you the same answer. If you want, you can check. 8, 10 is 1, 0 dash 0 and 8, 10, 9, 11 is 1, 0 dash 1. So 1, 0 dash is common. So 1, 0 dash dash. So it is the same answer. When you want to write the two terms again, when it is coming twice, you can write only once. So this finishes the first table. Next you have to go in for your prime implicant table. What you have done so far? Just group the given numbers in terms of the number of ones. Then you check the first column with the second column where there should be a little, only one literal change. Then after finishing first group, the second group, put a line. The same procedure has to be followed till the end, till there is no further elimination of any literals. After this, you cannot compare. Right. Now we will move on to the next column. Now, whatever the terms which is unticked, so that is going to be your answer. Oh, here in this, sorry, in this table all the terms are ticked, so I am just erasing it. Okay, so what are the terms? So it is 1, 9, unchecked, 4, 1 minute. One comma 9, 4, 6 is unchecked, 6, 7 is unchecked, 7, 15, 11, 15, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, the terms which are unchecked are going to be your answer, which has to be simplified further. So whatever the terms, so which is unmarked, I have written it here, and correspondingly if you want, you write the values also. 4, 6 is 0, 1 dash 0, 6, 7 is 0, 1, 1 dash, 7, 15 is, so this writing this is just optional, 11, 1 dash 1, 1, and for this it is 1, 0 dash dash. So now the next step is, so whatever the terms we have obtained is called as prime implicants, the terms which are unticked. So, and whatever the min terms given in the question, that I am writing it here, 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. Whatever it is in the question, I am writing it here. Okay. Now the next step is, in this table what you have to do, so whatever is the terms 1, 9 means there you go and put a cross. 4, 6, 6, 7, 7, 15, 11, 15, then 8, 9, 1 minute. So this is 1 minute if I want to be more clear. Okay. So this is 4, 6, 6, 7, 7, 15, 11, 15. Next is 8, 9, 10, 11. Once I will check the min terms 1, 9, 4, 6, 6, 7, 7, 15, 11, 15. Okay. So now what you have done? You have written your input expression here, and whatever the unticked terms you have written here. The next step is, so the first you should go to the columns which is having only single cross. So if I am going to have a single cross, that is called as essential prime implicants. Why? In the K-map, if you could see, you would have already seen the terms which is not going to be covered by any other min term. It is going to be a single grouping. Some other grouping is not going to overlap. In that case, those things are called as the essential prime implicants. Now, in this problem, here I have a 1 minute. I'll just change the color. This is having a single cell grouping. In this row, this is going to have a single cell grouping. So, whenever I'm first, I'll check all the 2 cross, 2 cross, 1 cross is there. Okay. So, these 3 things are called as the essential prime implicants. So, this is just for your understanding. Okay. Now, we will see the procedure. First, go and check where and all it is single cross is there. So in the first row cross is there, immediately you put a tick here, go and put a tick here. Immediately you go and put a tick 1 and 9. What is the principle of any K-map or any Boolean expression? All the ones should be included. That means all the min terms should be grouped. Okay, so 1 comma 9 means you go here, put a tick mark, go here, put a tick mark, and 1 comma 9, put a tick mark here. Second thing, only one cross is there, put a tick, go and put a tick. 4 comma 6, 4 comma 6. Over. Now where is the single cell grouping? Here I have a single cell grouping, that is 8, 9, 10, 11. Immediately go 8, 9, 10 and 11. Now this upper part grouping is just for your own understanding. As per the procedure, only here and here you have to put tick. Okay, so what does it mean here? This is just for your own understanding in order to arrive at the correct answer. Now all the min terms are marked, only 7 and 15 is not marked, which has to be included. Now again you come here, 2 grouping, and this is a single cell grouping. So again this term is already marked, so no problem. 2 cell grouping, 2 crosses are there. Okay, now you come for the next thing and you have to take the second crosses. Okay, now it is implicit that 7 and 15 to be included. Just check the min terms which is having. So this term is directly having 7 comma 15. Okay, whereas if I want, I can also include like these two terms also. 6 comma 7, 11 comma 15 means I will be able to include these two. But why to put two terms? So that's only I asked you to mark it over here. So when you know the terms which is not marked, you can just directly check from this and you can go and put a tick mark. Okay, now that is the shortcut what I am saying. Okay, now you just see this thing over. Now again one cross is over fully. Now you can come for the 2 cross. When I want to put a 2 cross, this 4, 6 is already included, 6, 7. Okay, then automatically by the procedure you will put a tick mark and put 7 also including. Okay, in this case only you should think of what has to be done. Else if you are just going by normal procedure, means just like that you will tick it and go and 2 terms will be included instead of including a single term. So just find out which is the left out term. So 7 comma 15. So 7 comma, if I am going here, instead of going in this direct way, so instead of checking, in that case I will have 2 terms. So there where you have to apply your mind. So 7 comma 15. So go and mark a tick over here. So your 7 and 15 will be marked. Okay. Now, so one thing, whatever is the terms which is ticked. Okay. Similar way, whatever the terms, 1 minute. So here whatever the ticked terms are going to be your answer. Okay. So in the previous case, whichever the unticked terms you should write, here whatever the ticked terms will give you the result. So what you have done in this table, write the prime implicants and this, make a cross. So when you are putting a single cross, take the single cross column, put a tick here, correspondingly go and put a tick and put a tick in the corresponding values 1 comma 9. Okay. Once the one set is over, just check which are the min terms which is left out. Accordingly go and put and finish it off, so that all the min terms are included, means once again row, that is column by column, no need to check. So now these 4 terms are going to be the answer. So now we will write the answer now. Okay, so what is going to be the answer? 1 comma, this is wxyz. Okay, that is 1 comma 9. 1 minute. So what is the answer? It is nothing is there. This is 0, 0, 1. So x bar, output is x bar, y bar, z plus here x bar, y, z bar plus this term x, y, z plus this term w, x bar. So this is going to be the answer. Now this you can check with your K-map expression also. So both the way you will get the same answer. So I just write the numbers 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So now we'll go in for the grouping. So how will you group? I will go in for a 4-cell grouping. So what is just 1 minute, I have just done it correctly. 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. This one I have left it. Okay. Now for this, what is the 4-cell grouping? I'll have the answer as A, B bar. Sorry, since it is W, X, Y, Z, I should follow the same notation. W, X, Y, Z. So what is the thing? So this is W, X bar. So this term is obtained. Now what is the other grouping? I have to go in for, so I can go in for a 2-cell grouping. What is the answer for this? W bar X 0010 Z bar, W X Z bar. Just 1 minute. W bar X Z bar. 1 minute. Yeah, see, this is W X Y Z. So here whenever I am writing, it should be W bar. I have just taken the last 3 literals. Sorry, it is W bar X Z. W bar X Z bar. Okay. So once again I will check this also. The next, this term is there. Next, X, Y, Z. Okay, correct. W, X bar is correct. Okay. Now, W bar, X, Z bar. Here when I am taking the literals, I have just taken X, Y, Z. That is a change. Okay. W bar, X, Z bar. Now, this term peeps in. Okay. Now, we will come for the next grouping. What I will do? I will go for this 2-cell grouping. What will be the answer? It is X, Y, Z. So, this grouping is done with. Now, I have 1 and here. So, this can be grouped. What will be the answer? For this, it is X bar, Y bar, Z. Okay. Either by Quine-Mikulski series or by K-map, you can arrive at the same answer. When you are doing the Quine-Mikulski series, you can check with your K-map whether your answer is correct or not. Okay. So, in this case, whenever I am going to give, like the question is 1, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. So, this is the expression. Now, whenever you are going to write it in the expression format, how I will write? So, I will put so many terms and write. Okay. 1 means 0, 0, 0, 1. 4 means 0, 1, 0, 0. Like this, I will write the terms till A, B, C, D. That is 15. Right. Now, each term is called as a implicant. In this, there is reduction possible. Whenever there is no more reductions are there, then each grouping is called as a prime implicant. In this prime implicant, what are essential prime implicants? So, essential prime implicants is that this is essential prime implicant. This is another essential prime implicant. Whereas, this is not essential because it is grouped twice. Okay. Whereas, this is called as a cyclic prime implicant. Okay. So, with this, I will wind up this topic. Thank you, students.